Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Terminator Resistance on the Steam Deck. So why am I testing this game? Well, the people that made this game made the new RoboCop game, and I enjoyed that game quite a bit. This one as well. So I thought it was a good time to revisit it on the Steam Deck. I finished this game on the Steam Deck actually. I played like 12 hours of it, including the DLC. So yeah, let's get started. Unreal Engine 4 game, native resolution. There's FSR 1, unfortunately only FSR 1. It was one of the first games to implement it natively, so that's pretty interesting. And well, first on native resolution, we're targeting 60, so we lowered post-processing to medium, shadows to low, effects and textures. Effects actually goes on low, my bad. Textures on medium, otherwise still VRAM is at 4 gigs. You can crank it up a little even to high, but that's alright. Material quality on low, this is a huge performance impact, so this is only for native resolution, then I'll show you something else. So yeah, with these settings, let's get into it. I'll be a little bit ahead of the game in Pasadena, so I already have guns that can destroy quite a few of those machines. So yeah, this is not how you start the game. At the start of the game, you're pretty much useless against machines. And I forgot to lock the frame rate. Hang on. Apologies. In this case, I'll just recommend enabling VSync instead. There we go. I already destroyed these machines. So yeah, you can do 60s. The game doesn't look particularly great, but it has the spirit of Terminator. Thanks to this game, I actually watched Terminator 1 and 2, because most people told me anything after that is absolute garbage. So yeah. I think it's a great way to experience the franchise. If you are an old-timer, maybe you never heard about this. Or maybe yes, who knows. But so far, I think it's a great game. Again, not perfect on the graphics side. It's more of a collection of paths in an open-ish map. So I'm showing you this just as a reference of what actually tends to be the worst case scenario. You're outside fighting Terminators and other machines. And I'm out of ammo, that's awesome. So yeah, this is where I drop frames the most in general. There's some places where there's a lot of explosions, and there is traversal stutter, as you can see there. Either enable VSync like I did at the beginning, or use the Steam Deck's built-in FPS cap. It's not perfect, latency is there with the one that comes with the Steam Deck, but the frame time is probably better, so up to you. Anyway, let me show you my other settings so we can have a better performance with better visuals, to say it in some way. So 1 second. Welcome back. These are the settings that I played the game on when I finished it. So it's basically a mix between medium and high with effects on low. Material quality only goes low or high, so you don't have much of an option there. And on low, the materials look horrible, so I recommend you keep it like this. I enable VSync for latency reasons, because the one on the Steam Deck, this FPS cap, has more latency than VSync on. And FSR on ultra quality. It's FSR 1, one of the first games to implement that technology. And it looks like FSR 1, as you would expect. Over sharpened. The transparencies look like a blobby thing. You have ghosting. But on the Steam Deck screen it's passable. It's not amazing, but it's okay. You can get away with it, in my opinion. If that means better visuals. Better visuals in the materials department, because the game is not a looker. I mean, it nails the Terminator aesthetic, but visually it's nothing impressive, in my opinion, especially when it comes to animations. So yeah, it's a huge improvement on the new RoboCop game, actually. So yeah, And this is how you play it at basically 50 to 60. When there's a lot of stuff going on, well, you're going to drop into the 50s, so you can cap it to 50 Hz if you want a more consistent experience. The game still feels good to play. It's just that FSR1 is not amazing. But again, the smaller screen, you can get away with it, in my opinion. Again, 7-inch screen. And this game is a lot of fun. So don't expect anything mind-blowing, just an entertaining game. Okay, so I need to take photos. Oh, and I forgot, I can crank up those textures as well. High textures. Much better. Yeah, the ground looks significantly better. Okay. So yeah, if you find it on a discount, I highly recommend you play it. Again, expect rough edges, some junk, but that's about it. It's a game that wants you to have fun, basically. Ooh, I forgot about this guy. And again, this game made me watch the movies, so I had a great time with it. Anyway, let's go into handheld so you see how it looks on the smaller screen with FSR. Alright guys, welcome to handheld mode. So now I'm going to show you same settings as before, ultra quality FSR, which again on the smaller screen you can get away with it, but still looks a little over sharpened. And these are the settings, a mix between medium and high with low effects, because there's a lot of them in some parts. So yeah, let's get into it. Again, 60 FPS targets. Sorry that I'm bad with a controller, so this won't be super nice. But again, I played the entirety of this game on the Steam Deck, and I had a lot of fun. Bad time to run out of ammo. Okay guys, so now a more interesting part. This is close to the beginning of the game, when you first get one of these powerful weapons. And it's one of those shooting galleries. Again, basically at the start of the game. And there's a lot of action here, so it's a good place to test. And as you can see, there is screen space reflections, there's a good amount of effects. So again, if you're interested in this game, my advice is to get it on a sale. It's clearly a AA game from its time. It came out a while ago. So if you're interested in the franchise, I think it's a fun game. Again, nothing spectacular, but it's a good time. So yeah, if you're into this sort of thing, I highly recommend it. I feel that there's no games like this anymore. Well, maybe RoboCop is closer to this, because it's made by them as well.
Oh no, it's not. Ariel, go, go, go!
So yeah, completely playable on Steam Deck, 50 to 6 FPS. You can lock it to 50 Hz if you want to. Honestly, dropping from 60 to 50, in my opinion, not a big deal. It's only in the more open area in Pasadena, as an example. But again, completely fine. Basically, like I said in the RoboCop game, I said this feels like an old game on a modern engine, which that game is Unreal Engine 5. This game is Unreal Engine 4, so it feels like an old game, but in an Unreal Engine 4 carcass, to say it in some way. Which again is fine by me. A fun time. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did revisiting Terminator Resistance. Again, I remember this game existed because, well, the new RoboCop game, which also works on Steam Deck with a much lower quality and basically at 30 FPS. So if you're interested in checking that out, link in the description. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys, thanks for watching.